making it all great by your presence. And I hope that we are going to have a very good session. So there are certain few people just more joining in. Let us take another 5-10 minutes, and so it will be good if everybody can join in. Yeah, some people are still joining in because it takes a little bit of time on the internet to get adjusted and everything. So I hope you guys can hear and see me clearly. If someone is not able to hear or see me clearly, just let me know.
No, sir, no issue.
Okay.
Everything is clear, sir.
Okay,
Sound is okay, sir.
okay, sound is okay. So everybody just turn on your camera for a moment. If that is possible, but otherwise not.
Actually, I am not wearing a good attire like you.
No. So that's okay. That's not. So I said that is optional. That is optional. I just wanted to see, guys. You have come from. Such different distances. So you should. Actually, I'm just. Actually, I conduct a lot of classroom-based session, and it is very good to see lots and lots of people. The people. The presence of the people, they give us the energy in life. Actually, this is what we are realizing right now. So we have got all the comforts of home, but we are not able to see the people face to face. Now we realize that as the scientists say that human beings are the social creatures. So we really are the social creatures. Now we are missing the people. Okay, earlier we used to avoid the crowd, let us not go and meet the people. Now we are just thinking if I should have met that person, this person. So it is good to see the people. That is why. So it is good that this pandemic is happening in the times of the technology. It has happened 100 years also, 100 years earlier also. So while the people joining, so I was just going through the net and I saw about something about the Spanish flu. So that was around 1920. You can just imagine those times. Though a lot many people were locked up. The government announced that this is happening. So you can just imagine you can't call anybody, you can't see anybody. So at least we are able to call and see. At least we are able to enhance our knowledge. We can study. We can interact with people from across the world, across the country. So that is good. So many people, they call me, they say, sir, it is so bad, the lockdown is so bad. I say, how to feel good when you compare with something. You need some baseline to compare it. Baseline is a technical term, project management term. I say the baseline is that, just imagine that you are admitted in a hospital for so long, but you have 100% guarantee of getting better after this. There is a 100% guarantee that after the hospitalization is over, so you are going to go home healthy and sound. Okay, so there is a 100% chance. So just take it like that. There are many people, unfortunate people, those who got it not without without any mistake on their part. So because of the work, maybe because they were just passing through some place and they just caught it inadvertently, and many people, they have succumbed to it. Okay, so we are in fact the lucky ones, that we are at home and we are going to learn about the project management. So count your blessings, guys. Count your blessings, and we will come out of it. So that's a good thing. So I think okay, I can still see some people in the waiting room. Actually, this Zoom has a sort of a waiting room. So I'm doing this initial talk so that you can just get warm up, so that we can get to see each other. And let me see how many people are still there in the waiting room, because this Zoom has changed due to the security reason. Just a couple of days back, it has changed the process. The process is that the person who first clicks on to this link, first he goes into the waiting room. From the waiting room, the session host will click on the admit button. So I'm just having a look how many people are still entering the waiting room. It's like a sort of a reception. So there are still some people there. So let me get them in. Okay, so I think that more people can continue to join in, and while I will now start the session. So what I will do, just to avoid the background noise, I'm going to mute you all. So if you want to ask me if the question, if you look down, so there is a chat box there. So I'll be looking at the chat box, and whenever I have completed a particular sentence, and I will then finish at a point, and then I will answer your question. So there are a couple of more people trying to get in. Okay, so fine. So here is the chat box. So I think that you can see the chat box. So I just say hi. Okay, so in the chat box you can see. So I believe that you will see it blinking right now. So when you click on it, then you will have the opportunity to reply to me or reply to everyone. Okay, so people will continue to come. So it's good that people are interested in the project management and they are enhancing their knowledge. So okay, so I think let me have a look if some more people are wanting to join in. Okay, so let me do this thing. Let me show you my presentation screen, and from there I will show you my introduction, and then we will move on. Okay, so let us start with this screen. So let me share this screen first. Just give me a moment. I am just sharing my screen. So I hope you guys can see the screen now.
Just wait. It's taking some
Okay,
time.
so you've
Yes,
got
sir.
okay, fine.
Yes, yes.
So so I'll be using some slides. I'll be talking myself. So this is how we will do. So what you can do, what you guys can do now, you can to save on the bandwidth. Now you can stop your videos. Okay, so you can stop your the videos, but I'll be continue to be on, and you can minimize or hide the thumbnail video part, and you can see the maximum of the screen. So guys, so that is myself. My name is Sujoy Datta, and I am PMP certified project management professional, and I have worked in the IT industry since 1990. So if you look at the bottom, you will see my career timeline. So my career timeline is starting in 1990 till 92. I was a programmer, then business analyst till 94, and from there onwards technical architect, and from the year 2000 I started my project management journey. So I started to do the project management, then progressed into the program management, and held many senior positions in various IT companies. I worked in the US also on H1B visa for 2 years between the years 2000 to 2002, and I started my training career in the year 2006. So in the 2006, if you look at the timeline, so I was doing my full-time job and also doing the training. So how I was training on the weekends. From 2013 onwards, I started doing this project management training and consulting. So training involves the training for the PMP certification training, Microsoft project training, and project server training, which is project online these days, and Oracle Primavera. So Oracle Primavera is another great project management and scheduling tool. Let me see if there are some more participants waiting to get in. Okay, fine. Okay, so now this is something that I do, and I have conducted around 200 plus PMP workshop. 4,000 project managers have been trained by me. 200 plus project management concepts workshop, 300 plus Microsoft project workshops, 20 plus online workshops, and online workshops are less, but these days I'll be conducting more and more, and 120 plus a Primavera workshop. The places where I have trained, I train mostly in India, Middle East, Singapore, Philippines, US and UK and Canada. I train through the online corporate, AMEX, etc. But this is a very small list. And PSUs, public sector undertakings, where I have trained is ONGC, IFCO. In fact, I am training there on a regular basis, Power Grid, etc. Scheduling and rollout, this is my consulting service which I am doing for the Genpact, ICT, Mahagun, Landcraft, SA Buildcon, then Hindustan Lever, and RVN, Railway Vikas Nigam Limited, and more. So these are my credentials. So this is my PMP certification, and those are my technical certification. So if you look at the PMP certification, it is basically having an expiration date. So this expiration date is something for which we have to basically seek PDUs, and I will explain to you at the end of the webinar how to keep this. This is my credential for the Microsoft project, which is a project management tool, and this is a certification for my project and portfolio management tool. So which is a cloud-based tool. So these are certain testimonials from the people and those who have been trained by me. So this is actually a snapshot from the LinkedIn, but this is quite a long list. So here is a short list. Oh, okay, so this is how it is. These are some of the pictures of the batches that I have conducted. These are public batches. This is conducted in Oman, NTI Oman. This is in Dubai. This is in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. So these are all the fourth year university students. So they are also learning the Microsoft project, and they are also training for the CAPM. Okay, and this is engineering company in Noida. This is the Aditya Birla Group. So the Aditya Birla Group has internal project stream. So this is in Bangalore, and this is ONGC in Dehradun, IFCO in Paradip, Orissa, and this is NTPC, National Thermal Power Corporation team. So every year they have multiple batches. So this is from Institute of Management Technology in the Ghaziabad. This is Fortune International Institute of Business, Tata Sky. This is the GMR team, the design team which designed the airport, Delhi Airport Terminal 2. This is the Honeywell Corporation in Bangalore. And you know, it will go so on and on. It's quite a long list. Okay, so I'm going to share some slide and which will tell you about this PMP thing. Okay, so meanwhile you can just a moment. So let me have, some people may not know. So let me do this thing. So let me help these people. Let me mute. Okay, so if you want to ask me something, you can put something in the chat box. So this is right now, it is muted just to make sure, because some people might be seated in the noisy places. So basically we are going to talk about the PMP certification. Okay, and this is basically being conducted through 7th Hack. So 7th Hack is a well-established leading brand in training and consulting space that offers services to individuals and corporates, and 7th Hack is striving towards creating a platform that professionals from all industry sectors can develop unmatched expertise and skill set. So you will be shared the URL. I believe that you have the URL already, so you can read more. And now I am going to tell you the details of the project. So you know, you must have heard this word project. So I believe that it's a very common word. So basically you must have heard it in IT industry more frequently, but even movie is a project. So what kind of a project is that? Basically it's a project to achieve something. So as it is being defined here, a project is a temporary endeavor undertaken to create a unique product, service or result. So sometimes people, they confuse project work with the operations. So projects, they end, the operations are ongoing. So what is a project? When you make a movie, it's a project. So there is a goal here. It's a temporary endeavor. It's a temporary endeavor because once the movie is made, or it is scanned, or it is filmed, so this movie, the people, those who work on making that movie, they move on to some other project, or they move on to the resource pool. So they just wait for the next. And now what happens to this movie? This movie is distributed to the cinema halls and they screen it day after day, day after day. So similarly, the car companies, they make a new car design. Every 5 years they come up with a new design. So you know, that is undertaken like a project. So when the design is finally tested and it is approved by all the authorities, like for safety, for pollution, so when that is done, the car design is transferred to the production team. So what does the production team do? The production team replicates it for selling. Okay, so that is the operations. Operations mean that something which is being done repeatedly, or something which is being replicated. Like when you are having a metro track or a metro, say, route being taken from point A to point B in the city, so that would be undertaken like a project. So when that is completed, so that will be handed to the operations team, and the operations team is going to run the metro train day after day. So make sure that you understand the project. The project is a temporary endeavor undertaken to create a unique product, service or result. So I believe that you have examples already about the project, and so the project management is very very important. Okay, so someone is saying that audio is breaking. So guys, so just put into the chat box if that is so. Can you hear me properly? Because I'm connected in a high bandwidth network through the Cat 6. So is the audio fine for you? So guys, those who are having the problem, so please check what is happening your end, so you can make sure that you are basically having a very good connection. You can ensure that. I have no idea that what you use. Some people might be using a mobile Wi-Fi or a hotspot. So so that would be the cause of the problem. So if the sound is clear, that is fine. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to mute you all. So and that will make sure that sometimes people, they join in by chance, they are not aware that their mic is on. So we don't want any disturbance to come into the meeting room. So okay, let's get on to the topic. Now we need project managers to do that. Now project manager, it's a very short term, PM. So we have heard about this role, project manager. Now what does the project manager do? He does project management. Now project management is one of the things that he does, but there are many other things that he does also. So and that I will tell you in the course of the meeting. So what is the project manager doing? So it is basically he is applying the knowledge, skills, tools and techniques to project activities to meet the project objective. The objective is to either solve a problem, create a new product. Okay, so projects are undertaken strategically to undertake any new product, solve a problem, or they are done at the request of the client. And he has to apply his knowledge, skills, tools and technique to the project activities to meet the project activities. Now the project manager has to do some planning, and he has to do it strategically. He has to do scheduling and coordinating, and he has to use some tactics, and he has to track the work, and he should be good with working with people, good communication and soft skills. So a PM is not just a project manager, not just PM, but he is a people manager also. And he has to do the cost optimization of the project so that the project is profitable as well. So he is a profit manager also. He has to apply various processes of the project management and the industry, and that's why he is a process manager also. And the project manager is also is basically the promise manager. So I'm not sure if you have heard it, but this is my experience, this is my knowledge that I've gained. So basically the promise is made in the contract which is signed by the company with the client when they get the project. So this marketing people, business development people and the top shots of a company, they get this project signed. Now who does the completion of that promise? The deal which has been signed. So this deal is completed by the project manager. So the project manager is also the promise manager. So it's a very important role. Okay, so there is something. Now let me tell you, suppose if you are going in a cab and the cab driver seems to be driving fine, and after a few kilometers, while talking to him, you just come to know that he doesn't have a driving license. So guys, so if he doesn't have a driving license but he seems to be driving fine, so guys, tell me that what would be your reaction to his driving? What would be your reaction to his driving? Tell me in the chat box. Would you still continue to go with him? Suppose if you have to travel for 50 kilometers and he says, no, I don't have a driver's license, but I can do very good driving. So would you continue or not? Say yes or no. So if you agree, say yes. If you don't agree, if you don't feel safe continuing with him, just say no. So what do you think? No. So I know that why are you saying no? So basically, you are not sure about what is the quantification of his knowledge. Does he know the driving completely or not? So someone says that it depends upon the situation. Yeah, maybe if if you are going in a cab, this is the only cab in the lockdown, so maybe you can go. But let me tell you that under the normal circumstances, so you won't take that risk. Okay, so you won't take that risk. Most of the people won't take that risk. The answer would be no, because you don't have any idea whether his driving knowledge has been tested or not. Okay, so yes, someone says normally we don't check the driving license of a cab driver, but these cab companies, they do check. They do a background check. So without the driving license, he won't be driving. So this is just a story. So this is just to make sure that you are involved with it. Okay, now, yeah, I know that you won't check the driving license. So nobody is going to check your project management license also, right? So now what happens that when we join a company, we are in a technical role. So from the technical role, slowly and slowly, as we are doing the projects, we gain more and more experience, and we start to understand the business of the company. We start to understand what kind of products is made by the company. So in the beginning, we are given a part of the thing. Okay, the part of the whole thing. Now this gives us certain ideas. Now the ideas, they might look like this. So when we look at the project, so basically, so now let me show you a slide. So mm, I believe that you guys must have seen the elephant. There is a story. A there is the elephant, and there are seven blind people. So now each of them are given the part of the elephant to touch. So everybody has a different perception. So someone says it is like a pillar, someone says it is like a tube, someone says it is like a stick, someone says it is like a rope. So this is what happens in the beginning of your career. You get different ideas about the work being done in a company. So when you become fully experienced with all the life cycle of a project, then you are made the project lead, and then one day you become a project manager. Now what happens that when you are made the project manager, it is only your boss calls you the project manager, right? So what happens then? You continue to work, you learn on the job also. It is not that you are not learning on the job. You learn a lot of things. You learn scope management, you learn time management, you start to write the documents. But what happens that you, on the way, you make mistakes also. So you learn from your mistakes also. So then you become a project manager, really proficient one in 20 years, and you want to tell the whole world, look, I have 20 years of experience. But nobody wants to believe you, because people say, okay, so where is the quantification of your knowledge? Who has tested you? Then can you say it is my boss? My boss, he trusts me as a project manager. Now you know that is why we need some certified quantification of our knowledge. So that's where the PMI steps in. Now let me tell you something about the PMI. Let me switch to a slide, so I think where I will be able to give you the better picture from the slide. Okay, so just hang on for a moment. So there is this organization called the PMI. So let me share my screen once again. So just hang on. So I believe now you can see my screen once again. Here is the screen. So you all can see. Okay, so you all are muted as well. So let me do this thing. So if you want to say something, so you can say at this point. So you can unmute, or someone wants to talk back. Okay, now let me tell you that what is PMI and how does it came into existence. So PMI is a very simple name, Project Management Institute. This institute was instituted in 1969 in the Pennsylvania state of the US, United States. Now many people who are working in different industries, various engineers, they would share their work experience in the evening. In the US, there are lots of professional associations where a lot of people, they come in the evening and they interact with each other on a professional basis to understand that what each is doing to solve their problem. So it is a sort of a professional meeting. Now someone felt that we should have a formal association So they started this organization called the PMI in 1969. So in the PMI, they started to share their knowledge, which is very across the various engineering. Then they put all that knowledge in a book called the Project Management Body of Knowledge. So PMI is basically a not-for-profit organization, not for profit. So it was instituted to share the best practices of the project management. So they are advocating the best practices of the project program and the portfolio management. Now, what is the benefit to us? Now, since 1969, a lot of knowledge has been collected from the various projects which have been done by the members of the PMI. So right now PMI has got around, I believe, if you look at the certification only PMP. So if you look at the PMP certification only, it is just the PMP certification 9,97,000. So this is till 31st December 2019. So you can assume that there are 10 lakhs. So so many people, they have taken the membership, they have taken the test, and they have also contributed to the project management body of knowledge. PMBOK is a body of knowledge, it is not a book, because body of knowledge has contribution from multiple people, I mean hundreds of thousands of lakhs of people. So it makes us even better and better when we study, using it as a study guide or as a base or as a framework. So the most popular certification of the PMI is the PMP, as you can see, Project Management Professional, and the next one is also there, the PGMP, that is the Program Management. Okay, so which you can be also after some time. Now what happens, coming back to the story, so your boss calls you the project manager, which is fine, but what if you want to change your job? So how you are going to prove that you are a very good project manager? So that is why you need to fill in the knowledge gaps. So you can't learn everything even in 20 years. It is not possible that you will be exposed to all the ups and downs and all the life cycle of a project. But the people, those who have been to some parts or the other, so they have collected their knowledge. So the knowledge is collectively collected in the PM box. So under this PM box, if you are going through the certification training, so that will fill in your knowledge gaps. It will complete your knowledge even before you make a mistake. It is not always necessary that you should make a mistake to learn something. So I believe that most of you know how to drive a car. So it's not like that you just bought a car and started to drive it and drove it around, banged it here and there, then you learn to drive it. It's not like that. I believe you know that what is the right way. So if a car is worth 10 lakh rupees, then your projects are there worth millions. So these days the employers, they prefer the PMP certified project managers over the non-certified ones, because it gives them and their clients the confidence to give them the project. So let me see that what is there. So this is the importance of the PMP certified in India. You can double this number because a lot of companies from China are going to move. They have already started to move to India. So we are into the good times, and when the businesses they happen, they need more and more managers. So those managers would be you, and it is better to be a certified one so that you can stand apart from the crowd. So everybody is a project manager, everybody, Tom, Dick and Harry, they claim, because I have interviewed at least around 200 people in my career, starting from technical role to the project manager's role. But those who are PMP certified people, they are able to clearly describe what kind of projects they were, what did they contribute towards the value in the project, how did they manage the risk, how did they manage the quality, how did they manage the scope, time, cost, people management, risk management, everything they could define very, very clearly. They had a clarity because they had an understanding of the project management framework. They had understanding of the project management terminology. They could explain it very well. So it gives me a lot of value when I'm spending time interviewing candidates. Okay, so when I'm doing that, so if a candidate can basically answer all my questions very quickly and clearly, so I would naturally be be inclined to select that one. So it saves me time. It is not that non-certified project managers, they are not good ones, but you have to talk to them. It takes around 1 hour to understand. And whereas a PMP certified project manager can basically close his interview in 15 minutes, he can explain using just one project. So this is the demand for the PMP in India. So make sure that you are there. So this is from the Naukri.com. If you go to any major job portal, so if you type in project manager PMP certified, PMP certified project manager IT, PMP certified project manager in the construction. You know, in every industry they are demanding PMP certified project manager. You will be able to see a lot of the vacancies there. Now, what is the value of the PMP? The value of the PMP is that it is a globally recognized project management certification. It gives you worldwide recognition because your name will be appearing in the registry of the PMI.org, and any potential employer can verify them. Of course, you will have a certificate also, but if they enter your details there, so they can see that whether you are really certified. It demonstrates proof of the professional achievement, because PMP certification is for experienced people. You should have a minimum of 2.5 years of the experience in any domain. So it is not necessarily that you should be a project